Every time Bitcoin doubles, society starts acting differently, and not just investors, everyone. Your coworker suddenly checks crypto prices during meetings. Your barber starts talking about market cycles. Someone you barely remember from high school turns a few $1,000s into life-changing money. And overnight, the internet becomes impossible to escape. Profit screenshots, luxury purchases, teenagers pretending to be financial experts, people claiming they've escaped the system. That's when normal people begin to panic. Not because Bitcoin is crashing, because deep down, they're terrified they might be watching the future happen without them. And historically, that feeling changes human behavior extremely fast. Every Bitcoin cycle begins quietly. Nobody cares at first. The price slowly climbs 20%, 40%, 60%. Most people ignore it because slow wealth is not emotional. Nobody feels threatened watching someone build wealth gradually over 30 years. But the moment Bitcoin doubles, everything changes psychologically. Because now the gains feel real. Now there's proof. Someone always knows somebody making money, a friend, a cousin, a random guy online. And once enough people believe wealth is happening without them, their brains stop processing risk normally. That is the true beginning of every financial mania. Not the charts, the social proof. Because humans are not designed to stay rational while watching other people get rich quickly. Especially people they believe do not deserve it. And that is the moment envy enters the system. Most people think financial bubbles are driven by greed. They are not. They are driven by comparison. Greed comes later. First comes envy. In 2017, people were buying crypto during class. Uber drivers gave investment advice. Random coins with no purpose became worth billions. And for the first time, millions of normal people started feeling financially insecure watching strangers online, not because they were poor, because someone else was escaping faster. Then 2021 made everything worse. Teenagers became millionaires from meme coins. NFTs sold for the price of mansions. People quit stable jobs to trade full-time. And social media amplified every second of it. That is what makes Bitcoin psychologically dangerous. The wealth becomes public. And once wealth becomes public, people stop thinking clearly. Because humans can tolerate slow suffering. What they cannot tolerate is watching people around them suddenly move ahead in life at impossible speed. Bitcoin does not just create millionaires. It creates millions of people who suddenly feel poor at the exact same time. And the scariest part? Most people do not even realize it is happening to them until they are already emotionally trapped inside the cycle. This is the phase where rational thinking disappears completely. At first, people laugh at crypto investors. Then they become curious, then obsessed, then desperate. And desperation creates bubbles. Because once enough people believe everyone else is getting rich, risk stops feeling dangerous. That is when people empty savings accounts, take out loans, use leverage, and convince themselves this time is different. Not because they understand Bitcoin, because they are terrified of regret. And regret is one of the most powerful emotions in human psychology. People would rather lose money chasing the future than safely watch somebody else become wealthy without them. That is why every Bitcoin cycle eventually transforms the internet into a casino. The market stops feeling like investing. It starts feeling like survival. And the craziest part? The people entering last almost always believe they are entering early, every cycle, every single time. If Bitcoin doubles again from here, the psychological reaction could become even more intense than previous cycles. Because modern life already feels financially exhausting. Housing feels unreachable. Normal jobs feel weaker every year. Everything is more expensive. And younger generations increasingly believe the traditional path no longer works anymore. So when people suddenly watch an asset create massive wealth again, they do not just see opportunity. They see escape. Escape from debt, escape from working forever, escape from feeling average, escape from feeling left behind. That is why Bitcoin creates emotional reactions unlike almost any other asset on Earth. It does not just promise money, it promises transformation. And historically, transformation is what humans chase most aggressively during uncertain times, especially when society already feels unstable. That is why normal people panic when Bitcoin doubles. Not because Bitcoin itself is terrifying, but because rapid wealth creation exposes something deeply uncomfortable about human nature. Most people do not actually care about money. They care about where they stand compared to everyone else.